Introduction to Oracle PLSQL. In this course, we will learn what is PLSQL, how to implement the PLSQL in Oracle Server, and what is the advantages of the Oracle PLSQL over the SQL language. Although PLSQL gives you an programming compatibility between Oracle Server, but remember that SQL is the standard query language for relational database. The major difference between these two languages is that SQL will give you the native queries, whether the PLSQL language will provide you the programming logic like the other programming languages like Java, C and .NET, etc. Okay, so having PLSQL plus SQL, we will achieve that a programming construct in Oracle. Okay, we'll move to the lesson objectives and we will see what are the major highlights of this course. Okay, we'll go to the next slide. Lesson objectives. First one is what is PLSQL. Here we will understand what is exactly the PLSQL language, what is the difference between the actual SQL and PLSQL, what are the new features which those are included with the PLSQL. Okay. Next one is architecture of PLSQL. Now architecture means we will understand the Oracle architecture where the PLSQL resides. That means when the query is sent to the Oracle server, how the PLSQL and SQL statements are separately executed. Although they are giving the same result of your computation, but there is some difference between the execution of the SQL and PLSQL queries. Okay, and how the client and server will interact, we will see in the architecture of PLSQL. Okay. Next one is PLSQL loops. Yeah, loops are nothing but to handle the conditional execution. That means you have some conditions, so you have to achieve the conditions and get the result. So that's why we are using loops, or you can say iterations. Okay. Next one is PLSQL variables. Now variables, you know that they store the temporary execution values. That means if you declare one variable, that variable must be used in your program. Anywhere else, those can be constant or those can be variable. By the meaning of variable is that the value of the or you can say declare variable is not fixed. If you want to fix variable, you will be using constant. How the variables are declared, how the constant variables are declared, we will see in this course. Okay. Next one is PLSQL block. PLSQL blocks are nothing but a simple code which is included in the begin end statement. That means these are also called as anonymous blocks. Blocks are generally used for one-time activity. Now by the word blocks are means block will give you a one logical unit. You also can have blocks within blocks. That means one block can be executed for one logical unit, or you can say one logical execution. Okay, how to declare blocks, what are the different or you can say categories of the blocks, how to nest the blocks, we will see in this PLSQL blocks. Okay. Next one is PLSQL functions. Now functions are nothing but those will return some value to you, so you can execute that function, have some computation, and that value should be assigned to any variable, or you can pass that value to query. Functions are same as that of different programming languages, but the syntax of defining functions is slightly different in PLSQL. It's very easy, we will see in the PLSQL functions. Okay. Next one is PLSQL procedures. Now procedures are the name program units. These are the stored object in database. Those can be accessible from any front end or any platform, so those are called as a platform independent. Once declared in database, you can access as many number of times. Procedures will generally give you or you can say a DML operations. The difference between PLSQL function and procedure is that function must have return value, but procedure will not be able to return value, or you can say it is not a compulsory condition to return a value. Okay. Generally functions are used for computing the results, and the procedures are used for handling DML activities. Now DML means data manipulation language. Okay. Now we will see in the next point PLSQL cursors. Now cursors are nothing but handling the multiple rows at the same time. There are PLSQL cursors, that means explicit cursors and implicit cursors. We also able to see how the for loop cursors are or you can say described or executed, and what are the advantages of the for loop cursors over the conventional cursors in SQL. Okay. Now the second last point is that database triggers. this is one of the important topic of this PLSQL. Here we will introduce a program unit called trigger, which is invoked whenever the certain condition occurs. Why triggers is different from function and procedure we will see in detail in triggers topic, but just understand trigger is a program unit. It gets invoked when there is a certain matching condition occurs in database, or you can say it's invoked by system itself. You need not have to be raised implicitly, or you can say explicitly. Trigger will fire automatically when there will be a certain condition occurs in the Oracle server. Okay. What are the types of triggers, how to define triggers, we will see in the database triggers topic. Okay. Now last one is packages. Packages are nothing but, in short, a related program units into one place. If you call a package, all the program units will be come into the server RAM. That means the related procedures or functions, or both procedure and functions, are kept in one side, are called as a package. The advantage of package is that faster execution of your logical component, or you can say a faster execution of your requirement. We will see why the packages are needed, how they achieve in the resource optimization, or you can say performance benefit. We will see in the packages topic. Okay. Please understand that our execution environment is Toad for Oracle. I am using Toad for Oracle for executing these PLSQL queries. So we will see the PLSQL code and we will see the output in the Toad. That is it's a tool for running the SQL or PLSQL queries. Okay. So in this course we will learn how to write the PLSQL code and how to execute the PLSQL code. For executing the PLSQL code, I am using Toad for Oracle, a tool which is used for firing SQL and PLSQL queries. Okay.